Hey everyone, it's Fiona and welcome back to my channel, Crystal Eva channel. Today I'm going to be picking my Autumn TBR using my TBR prompt jar. I did this for the summer and I did I think 9 books, which was just a few too many, so I'm going to go for 6 this time, and that's just going to be 6 books that I'm aiming to read over the months of September, October and November. So let's pick the first prompt. We have a book with a place in the title. Book with a place in the title. Okay, that's definitely an option. Or I also have the Tattooist of Auschwitz. I do also have the Librarian of Auschwitz, which I really got to get to because I'm borrowing it from a friend and I've had it for quite some time now. Maybe I will go for this. I was excited about When in Rome. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for the Librarian of Auschwitz. Yeah, let's put that one back in. Okay, let's pick prompt 2. Random number generator, then count to this book on your cart/shelves. Okay, I'm gonna need to go and get something to do that for me because I'm filming with my phone. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna sit back down in the right spot now. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, there are 54. I have a couple more than that, but they're later in series. So I'm going to go for 54. I'm going to go for them this way. So I'm going to go across the top and then snake down, then snake round the back. Then I've got a couple up top which are bends, but they still kind of count. I'm going with it. And then down to my hardbacks / awkward size paperbacks. So what did I say? 54. Okay. It chose number 1. So that's going to be How to Disappear by Gillian McAllister, which I was maybe going to read this month. It's still August right now, so that makes my decision about which book to pick for my last read of August easier, because it will be the other one I was thinking of. So that is book number 2, How to Disappear by Gillian McAllister. Let's pick number 3. A book I don't want to read. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do it because I've been talking about this book for such a long time now and I just know I'm going to DNF it. I have no interest in it. Which in a weird way lately I've started wanting to read it so that I can get off my TBR. But ultimately I don't want to read this book. I have no interest in the Rapture. Let me read you the blurb. Dilys Baltrop is a devoted member of a terribly English cult, the Pernicious Society, populated almost entirely by virtuous single ladies. When she strikes up a friendship with Grace, a new recruit, God finally seems to be smiling upon her. The friends become closer as they wait for the Lord to return to their very own Garden of Eden. But Dilys is wary of their leader's zealotry and suspicious of those who would seem to influence her for their own ends. As Dilys's feelings for Grace bud and bloom, the society around her begins to crumble. Faith is supplanted by doubt as both women come to question what is true and fear what is real. You know what, that don't sound as bad as how I've had it in my mind from when I've read this previously, but I'm still going to choose this one because I just think it's time to get this book off my TBR. I've had it for such a long time. Let's do it. Let's pick for number 4. Ooh, a book that was in this month's poll but did not win. So do I do this for August or September? I could wait until September. But should I go for August since I actually know what those ones are? Wait a minute. Because usually I pull the prompts Before, I used to just do one of these prompts a month and put it on the first, which I'm still doing. Then I don't pick the book straight away. I would just wait until I was ready to start a new book and then pick one that fits the prompt. But now that I've started doing these seasonal TBRs, that's kind of different. And then also I do the poll on the day before the month starts. I explained that so badly. But basically, previously, the way I was doing things, I would have already known what was in that month's poll and I wouldn't be picking this until the first of the month. So now I don't know what to pick. What was in this month's poll? Oh, First Time Caller was the second place, but I've already read that. I'm pretty sure Night Heron was in it, but I don't want to. This book just for some reason doesn't appeal to me at all. I could have also picked this for a book I don't want to read. I got both of these books from a box of stories, which just didn't seem to work out that great for me in the end. What was the last book on there? It might have been Turning Point, Danielle Steele, but I'm not sure. I suppose I'll have to go for Night Heron because I can't remember what else was there. I may return after filming this. I may have a look what else was in the poll and change things up. But for the time being, Night Heron by Adam Brooks is going on the TBR. It turns out the 4 books in my August poll were Notes on an Execution by Daniel Kafka, which was the winner, so I already read that anyway. First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, which I ended up reading this month too. And then Night Heron by Adam Brooks, which is the one I could remember and added to the TBR. And then the 4th one was The Rapture by Claire McGlasson anyway, which I've already added. So that worked out pretty good in the end. Prompt number 5. A book with food on the cover or spine. Okay. I know why, when I wrote this prompt, it was because I had The Lies You Told by Harriet Tice, which has an apple on the spine. But I read that years ago now. That's how long some of these prompts have been in here. Some of these prompts have honestly been in there for like 5 years. That just has drinks. Oh, I'm reading that this month anyway. Okay, When in Rome is a contender once again. Looks like cherry pie. Assistant to the Villain is also a contender because it has apples up here. Oryx and Crake has a little apple, but is that the publisher? I think that might be the publisher. Yeah, it is. So I don't think that really counts. Well, okay, I thought there would be way more options than that, but I have either Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mira or When in Rome by Sarah Adams, and I'm going to choose When in Rome. And the final prompt. I feel like that went by so fast. Go for this big one. A word in the title has 4 syllables. Reappearance. The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson is an option. Everything or everything. I'm not sure which one counts. Memoriam, in memoriam. Absolutely. And remarkable. Okay, this has 2 words with 4 syllables. An absolutely remarkable thing. Okay, so it's between these 2. And I think that I'm going to choose The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. This is one that I've been pretty excited to get to. I really loved A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I haven't read anything else by her since that trilogy. So I think I will be choosing this one. And that brings us to the end of the Autumn TBR. So like I said, I'm going to try and read these over the months of September, October and November. I know doesn't seem like a lot, but the thing is that still gives me room to do my monthly polls. I still will pick a prompt specific to each month the same way I used to, and maybe a bit of mood reading in there too, and a couple of different vlogs. So it's really more than enough, and reading is just supposed to be fun. So I don't want to get myself stressed out that I'm not reading enough books because I said I was going to read more than I really could. But to recap, we have got the reappearance. Wait, let's make some room. The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. When in Rome by Sarah Adams. Night Heron by Adam Brooks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not excited for this one at all. But maybe I'll be really pleasantly surprised. How to Disappear by Gillian McAllister. The Librarian of Auschwitz by Antonio Iturbe, translated by Lilith Zakulin Thwaites. Oh, let's make a bit more room. And The Rapture by Claire McGlasson, which, although I said I didn't want to read it, I am excited that I'm going to finally get this off my TBR. So I'm not mad about that. Oh, I still need to make my thumbnail. Why did I put them all away? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful season of reading, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!